You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Rodrance for Black and White Sports. Well, we're going to talk about Brittney Griner and LeBron James. Now, the one thing you just don't see very often, hardly ever, is any member or piece of the mainstream media ever call out LeBron James for anything. He basically gets away with saying and doing whatever he wants. Fox Sports, ESPN, everybody will go out there and lap him up. But today was different, actually. Yahoo Sports has called out LeBron. They very wisely and astutely noticed something that I noticed yesterday about LeBron James's trailer for The Shop. He mentioned something in that trailer, of course, about why would Brittney Griner want to come back to the United States. Now, he caught a lot of backlash. Even LeBron tried to moonwalk backwards from those comments. But the fact is, you moonwalked back, but you had ample opportunity to cut that out of your show and certainly not add it to the clip in the trailer for the show. So, as LeBron always does, he used that clip purposely for his own selfish gain, knowing damn good and well, he mentions in the clip, she's been in there for about 100 days. Well, we're right around 140 days now. So he had ample opportunity, knowing damn good and well that the U.S. government had gotten fully involved in this, that even Joe Biden had correspondence with Brittney Griner, and there was back and forth going on with the United States and Brittney Griner. So he had ample opportunity to pull that out of his clip, out of that trailer, and he did not do it. Why did he not do it? Simply, he wanted the clicks. He wanted the clickbait. He wanted to grift off Brittney Griner. He knew there had been an over and abundance of U.S. government involvement over the last 3 weeks involving Brittney Griner's case. But he did not remove that out of his clip, and he left it in there and used it as the hook for it. And he gets called out by Yahoo Sports. LeBron James has influence, a lot of influence. We've said on this channel, myself and Matrix, that he has got the most influence of any of the social justice warriors, more than Colin Kaepernick, more than Megan Rapinoe will ever have. It's LeBron James. And he's got influence over the ignorant, the weak-minded, people just like him. In fact, people that don't do their research, people that aren't educated. And that's LeBron's target market. It's the market he knows best. LeBron James has influence, a lot of influence. He knows this, and he relishes it. There's nothing wrong with that, but it does come with responsibility, and we've called him out 100 times over a lack of responsibility. We've seen it over and over again. The Ohio cop situation, doxing him out. What he said in a preview clip for the latest episode of The Shop, his HBO sit-around and talk show, is irresponsible. Talking about Brittney Griner's detention in Russia, where she's been in prison since February, James wondered aloud, she's been there for over 110 days. Now, how can she feel like America has her back? I would be feeling like, do I even want to go back to America? Of course, that caught a lot of play. He got destroyed from everybody, from us to Enes Kanter Freedom. Everybody destroyed LeBron. Here is why this is so egregiously irresponsible. Griner has now been jailed for more than 145 days. Based on the 110-day number LeBron throws out, that means the discussion on The Shop took place more than a month ago. In the last month, Griner's wife has received a phone call from both President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken stated that members of the U.S. Embassy in Moscow attended Griner's latest court hearing and, quote, delivered to her a letter from President Biden. White House Press Secretary Karen Jean-Pierre stated that Griner's release is, quote, a priority for the president. Earlier this week, ABC News reported that former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson will head to Moscow to participate in talks to discuss a release of Griner, along with fellow American Paul Whelan. But maybe most importantly, in May, the U.S. government classified Griner as, quote, wrongfully detained, a classification without which the government does not get involved in negotiating a release. What's more is Blinken did so before Griner's case was decided in a Russian court, a move that law experts Yahoo spoke to called notable and unusual. This all took place in the first 4 to 5 months of Griner's detainment. Meanwhile, Whelan, one of the more than 40 Americans classified as wrongly detained, has been in Russian prison since December 2018. His family had not received a call from the White House until July 8th, and only then after pressure mounted that Griner's case was receiving more attention. LeBron may not have known all of this at the taping of The Shop, but he and his team should know it now, and yet they still released the preview of the upcoming episode as is. This cannot just be ignorance. It is deliberate to stir the pot. And so when LeBron tweeted out a quasi-explanation late Tuesday, after his words blew up, there were plenty of people defending a false reality that he had created. The reality is, because of Griner's high profile, her detainment had received a tremendous amount of attention that has led to calls for her release being pushed to the front of the line. The fact is, no matter where you stand on Brittney Griner, it is getting more views than anything else we put out, about 3-1 right now, and it has for 3 months. I kid you not. If anyone should be wondering if America has their back, it's Whelan, who recently was passed over in a prisoner swap that brought home another American, Trevor Reed, despite him being jailed for a shorter time than Whelan. The other reality is Griner is most certainly being used as a Russian pawn. We don't know that for sure, but okay. A valuable asset for the Kremlin to gain something in return. This undoubtedly complicates her release and absolutely must be considered in any discussion of her continued imprisonment. But LeBron doesn't do that. Instead, he dumbs it down to, quote, America not having her back. A narrative that only further foments division in this country. Wow, Yahoo actually called him out for that. And it follows it up with a lame tweet that doesn't explain anything. It's irresponsible, more so because he and his team had time to get it right and chose not to. And now the episode will air Friday night, and people will listen to LeBron saying America does not have Brittney Griner's back, when nothing could be further from the truth. Bravo. Bravo. I got to give this guy credit because he is spot on when it comes to the fact that LeBron's had ample opportunity. He knew that was going to be the hook. That was going to be the clickbait. So guess what? LeBron grifted himself some off of Brittney Griner's misfortune. Right here. He had ample opportunity to correct, cut, remove. Look, I use editing software. It's easy to cut something out. It's easy. His team could have cut it out. Rich Paul could have said, LeBron, that conversation, that clip, that part of the show is no longer accurate. It's not valid. The accuracy is not there for you to continue to use that. That could cause some issues. It's going to spread a false narrative. Well, he spread the false narrative of police brutality on black people. And he said that police were hunting down black people in America. So we know LeBron he's not afraid to spread all kinds of false narratives out there to his many, many followers. And they will eat this up. They'll watch this. They'll sit down. And then they're going to believe the U.S. hasn't done anything for Brittney Griner. It's a lie. That's a false statement. I mean, at this point, I could say, look, her WNBA stardom, and I understand I use that term loosely as a WNBA anything, but it has most definitely got her further than I believe most prisoners would have got. Don't believe me? Ask Paul Whelan. He knows. His family noticed that. So LeBron's had 30 days to change what he came out and said. He chose not to. And once again, LeBron James does something that will further split and divide this country, which is what he's been doing for what? 36 months? About 36 months now. Good job by Yahoo here. Yahoo Sports is most definitely a member of the mainstream media. They never get it right. Just like MSNBC or NBC or CNN. But this guy stepped out there and called out LeBron for being wildly irresponsible and not having altered that clip and still choosing to run with it, knowing damn good and well it was going to be the hook for his show. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Tell me what you think, black and white sports fans. Wow, I never say good job, Yahoo. Blind squirrel, find nut. Is that close enough? I don't know. That's about the best they're going to get out of me. But they did call out LeBron accurately here. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.